African Information Network, AIN.
Hello there, welcome to African Information Network. I am Dr. Michael Umunna, and this is Focal Point Africa. The title of this first segment is Impunity, Consequences of No Consequences. Now, to help us define or clarify this word impunity, I have a video to show you, but I must warn you ahead of time that this video is very graphic, so viewers' discretion is absolutely advised. This video exemplifies impunity in its highest order. The graphic video you just watched is an example of impunity. You might ask me how or why do I say so? Let's start first by defining impunity. Impunity is exemption, or the attitude that you can be exempted from punishment for whatever you do. Impunity is demonstrating that you are above the law. The woman you just saw being dehumanized through the despicable acts of those individuals is a human being just like you and I. They say, well, that the woman had mental challenges. She was not being beaten because she had mental challenges. She was being beaten because the person who orchestrated this beating, who is supposed to be an aide, actually a special security assistant to the governor of Delta State. This person's name, Friday Eluro, whatever. This individual orchestrated this beating because he says this woman insulted him. How do you beat a woman to pulp? How do you strip a woman naked, tie her up like an animal, and beat her, embarrass her, dehumanize her in public because you are an aide to the governor of the state? That is a demonstration of impunity. And how does impunity come to be? In 1897, the French sociologist Émile Durkheim coined the word anomie. Anomie is a state of normlessness, a state of craziness where people are separated from the laws of society. People can do whatever they like because they think they have the power to do so. Anomie, according to Émile Durkheim, is a situation where individuals no longer abide by the rules that bond society together. In a democratic society, there is something called the social contract. That is to say, individuals in that society elect some citizens to be their leaders, quote and end quote, not their masters. But this individual demonstrated high impunity, and this only happens in a society where there is no law or there is no execution of the law. Okay? Because in Nigeria there are laws, but people are not prosecuted for a lot of the things they do. But in this case, we ask the question, what does a country need to do to control its bestial population? What would a country do to ensure that barbaric behavior, such as was just demonstrated by Friday Eluro, do not continue? Because when you allow things of this nature to continue, you encourage and you motivate other individuals within society to do the same thing, and you cannot have any kind of recourse or you cannot call them back.
African Information Network, AIN.
So the governor of the state demonstrated what leadership must do to control its bestial population. The first thing he did when he saw that video was to immediately fire this perpetrator, fire this orchestra of bestiality, Mr. Friday Eluro. Secondly, the community leadership must have to take responsibility for controlling the animal that came out of their community. And His Royal Majesty, Dr. Emmanuel Efezomo II, the Obi of our kingdom, immediately stripped this man of his chieftaincy title. Thirdly, the legal arm of government must have to demonstrate that they have the ability to exert punitive measures against individuals who carry out these kinds of nefarious activity. And the police department in Asaba arrested this individual, and as we last heard, the man is incarcerated, he's in jail, awaiting trial. But that is not all. The question that must come to mind is, what about the individuals who were part of the orchestra? The individuals you saw in the video, kicking this lady, hitting her in the head, doing everything they could to demonstrate that they had power over the individuals around them, over other citizens. All of them must be arrested. They must all have to face the music of the law. There's no one who perpetrates any kind of injustice against another in a democratic entity that has to go free. Because if government, community, and the state allow these individuals to go free, then the bond of social contract is distracted. It is not only distracted, it stands the chance of being completely annihilated. Thank you so very much for watching this first edition. On the second edition, we are going to do something that looks like a part 2 of impunity. It will help to answer the question, is impunity only meant to be defined from the perspective of holders of political power or those who are in government? You will see how impunity can also spread throughout the streets. But ladies and gentlemen, this is African Information Network, where we bring you a myriad of experiences about Africa. What we discuss here is not just country sensitive, it's not about Nigeria alone. This phenomenon called impunity happens everywhere. But until we meet again, have a wonderful day. Thank you.
African Information Network, AIN.